What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about this woman who went on TikTok, which has become customary, right? To talk about how her Hinge date, after barely knowing this guy, robbed her while she was sleeping. She met him on this dating app and it went south. And it seemed to me, from what she's been saying, that the relationship has never been good, even though they've only didn't even know each other that long. And she went on to warn other women to stay as far away from this person as possible. I want y'all to understand something. This has become very common with women who are, they are more into a person than that person is them. And that's clearly what went on here. I don't want to make assumptions. And we're going to get into her TikTok video. But I'm going to assume that because he was less melanated, she really wanted to be with this guy. She's probably one of these melanated women that get on these dating apps and they prefer to be with non-melanated men. In this situation, it really it made her look bad. She's lucky that this guy only took from her that nothing else. It didn't go any further than that, right? A lesson learned, right? But see, this is what happens when you believe that a person is one thing when they're really something else, because you desperately want to be with somebody. A person she barely knows, she's falling asleep, and this guy's taken from her, which lets you know that this guy never liked her. He just used her. These women are on these dating apps chasing behind men who are doing nothing but using them. And they wonder why their relationships, they're never able to go anywhere. So let's get into this article. This is from Narcity. It says a woman claims she was robbed by her Hinge date in Dallas, and there were a lot of red flags. Gee, I wonder why she ignored those red flags. It is known that the DFW area in Texas is the metro spot with the highest number of unfaithful people. However, being robbed by your significant other is not a usual thing to happen. But that's the story of a woman claiming she was stolen. A woman claiming she was stolen by a Hinge date she met in Dallas. In a TikTok video posted on Thursday, user Natalia, her TikTok name is Simp For You Though One, tells her story while shedding some tears and referring to what happened as something hard to share. I was robbed by someone that I trusted, that I had met on Hinge, the dating app, said the woman in a social media post.
It's gonna be hard, but I was robbed by someone that I trusted, that I had met on Hinge, the dating app. We've only known each other for like 12 days.
12 days. This is somebody that you love, but you had only known them for 12 days. You know what's crazy? And I've told y'all about this. There's women out here that when you first meet them and you try to get their number, right? They will tell you, well, I want to take things slow. I want to get to know you. This is women that you're meeting face to face. But here you have a female who met a guy on a dating app and barely knew him for 12 days, and he robbed her. This is a guy she said she trusted. After what? You met him off a dating app and you trust him? Don't believe that BS when women tell you that they're trying to get to know you. That is, what they're doing is they're trying to string you along. If she ain't trying to meet up quickly, she ain't attracted to you. She just looking to use you.
Inviting some man that I didn't know to my house multiple times overall in the last a week and a half. I trusted him, although
trusted him because he white. This is crazy, man. You trusted this guy after barely knowing him for what, a week and a half? You see how easy it is?
There were a lot of red flags. So many that I can't even count them.
So there were red flags, but you ignored them. Why? Because he was your type, right? When women meet a guy that's their type, they're going to ignore every red flag there is, because ain't nobody going to stop them from getting with their guy. Okay?
He was super lovey-dovey and kind, be nice, you know, the whole, yeah. And I was very trusting and too nice.
It's kind of like us as men. You know, us as men, when we're too nice, we get taken advantage of. And she, you know, in that situation, you know, her TikTok name again is Simp For You. In that moment, she was a simp. Okay? There are female simps out there. There's a lot of them.
And he stole from me. Someone I thought that actually liked me. And we actually started, well, we're pretty much official 2 days ago. I'm assuming now we're not. I've called him. I have FaceTimed him. I've tried to text him. Nothing. I've tried all day. Not all day, just for a few hours. I tried him on other phone and other numbers. Nothing. I've even DM'd him on Instagram. Nothing. I'm going to show you a picture of him. He's in Dallas. So you guys know who he is. And ladies, beware. I think he does this. Maybe on regular. I'm not sure. This is the first picture of him. There's a tattoo on his neck and tattoos on his arm. Another angle. This is his dating profile.
She got a Mexi thug. Is that what he is?
Ladies, if you see him, please just don't mess with him.
Oh man, this ain't gonna stop. No, listen, this ain't gonna stop women from dealing with him. I'm sorry. Those women are still, women like you are still gonna be simping for guys like that. Okay, you saw him. You saw he looks like the gold. I guess not the gold chain, but the fake chain and the tattoos didn't really sway her to not deal with the guy. She dealt with him anyway. Okay, these women ain't looking for clean cut guys. Okay, unless you are an athlete, you know, you know what I'm saying, or a married man, right? They're not checking for you. They're checking for these guys who look broke as hell. Okay, they ain't wearing a chain and they got tattoos, but they broke as hell. They ain't got no money. That's why he stole from her. Let's see. According to the clip, the user and her date have known each other for around 12 days. And she said there are a lot of red flags. And again, she ignored those red flags because she wanted to be with him. We were pretty much official 2 days ago. I'm assuming now we're not, said the woman. Although the man's identity has not been confirmed, the TikTok post showed a few pictures of the person the user allegedly met and what looks like his Hinge profile. According to her, she then warns other women that could connect with him in the future. He has a tattoo on his neck and tattoos on his arm, said the TikToker. Ladies, if you see him, please just don't mess with him. In a second, an updated post Natalia shared she was able to contact someone who claimed to be the man's baby mama and found out that he had 2 kids and never showed the detail in his dating profile. Of course he's not. Why would he put that? Why would he need to put that?
All right, I'm making a second update of the guy that robbed me from Hinge because the girls that I mentioned didn't want to be
look at that. Rob 10,000 from her. How would he know that you got 10,000 on you? Did you tell him that you had 10,000 on you? Did you have 10,000 just laying around? Was that your PPP loan money? Like, what is it? Was it a tax return? Like, you just got 10,000 just laying around.
One girl had
I tell you, man, this chick was probably was flexing. Like, yeah, I got money and, you know what I'm saying, I got a nice apartment. You come, like, these chicks be out here tricking too. The number one tricks are not men, it's women. Look at all these men living with women. Look at all these women who happily will have men live with them and spend money on them.
Or made a comment saying that she knows him, that's her baby daddy. And I was like, he got a kid?
Yeah.
Not only does he have 1 kid, he has 2 kids, and I did not know that, and it was on his profile, and he never mentioned it. We pretty much got into a little group chat on Instagram, and it went back and forth about what he's done. He's done a lot of robbing, and just, he doesn't work, he doesn't like working, he doesn't believe in working, he just likes to flex, floss, with fake money.
But he still has 2 children. This man has a tattoo on his neck. He ain't got no accomplishments. He doesn't have his own place to stay. That should have been a red flag. He's talking about coming to your place. You should have asked him about going to his place. But you're happily letting him come to your place.
Real money, whatever is stolen. And yes, I know the way he looks like a scammer, a drug dealer. I know.
It looks like, he looks very dusty to me. These chicks, these heifers on YouTube want to talk about dusties. That guy looks dusty. Okay. And she still let this dude in her home multiple times after 12 days. Well, but like 12 days having this dude at her house or apartment.
But attraction is attraction, and I fell for that.
She liked the Latino thug because she looks Latino. She liked that Latino thug look, and that's what swayed her. That's why these chicks be getting ran through, because they're so busy looking at looks that they don't look at what this person have. And a lot of these dudes don't have anything because they know their looks are gonna let them get with these women, because these women are so dumb and are so thirsty for a guy that they are attracted to. They don't heed those warnings. I'm pretty sure she would ask, other people like family or friends. They would say, hey, what you doing? Why you letting this dude in your house after knowing him for only 12 days? And how did he get that money from you? Was you flexing that money? Because I believe she was. Because these heifers are tricks.
He pretty much went back and forth about what he's done. He's known to be manipulative, abusive. He actually slammed my door one time and started yelling at me and screaming at me to not break up with him. He's just not a very...
Oh, so he was doing all that to you before he left you, and you allowed him to do it, and you still allowed him at your house, and you only knew this dude for 12 days. Oh my God, man. Listen, man. These chicks do this to themselves, man. Then they get online and they want to talk crazy to men. When you're on here with this L, this is an L, man. These women are constantly, especially you melanated women, y'all love putting your L's online, man.
He's not a safe person. He's not a good person to hang out with. And I have a really big heart, and I'm a very trusting person. Very trusting. And I know I need to...
No, you have a big heart for that guy. For the Mexi thug, you have a big heart for him. She has a big heart for the Latin King, okay? The Latin King gang member, she has a big heart for him, allegedly. I don't know if he's a Latin King gang member.
No longer be trusting anyone now. I think I mentioned before, he took $10,000, so. Yeah.
10,000? How you know you got 10,000? How you just have 10,000 just up in a place where he can see it? You gotta see how bad this makes you look, and you put this online anyway. Oh my God. I bet you there are so many black females who are getting finessed by men from online all the time. These women are a sucker for tattoos and jewelry and gang signs. They're a sucker for that. And they get ran through by these guys. And then they want to get online calling decent men dusties. Men who are not stealing from them because they have their own. Men who are not trying to manipulate them. Men who are not bums. And this dude took, according to her, $10,000. That's a shame, man.
And he told one of the girls that he's a kid with that he wants to take her shopping. The money that he stole from me. Yeah, he's been threatening me. I have messages.
Because he knows that you're not that smart. And, these dudes always got that one girl that they love above all of them. Look at NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy has one girlfriend he seems to care about more than all his other baby mamas. That's just how it is. And these chicks got to understand you're food. You're food for these guys. These guys have spent their adult life using women. It started with their mother or any other woman in their family, and they start dating women that they can use. And they know that you women love thugs or dudes that look like thugs. All they have to do is be that, and you fall for it every single time.
I have text messages of him threatening me, talking about he wants to chop me up and send me off in a box to my sister. He's threatened me, like, he has called me every name in the book. Yes, every name. He's very obsessive. He's very controlling.
He called you the N-word too? Probably so. Now again, I don't know the whole ethnicity. This guy could be biracial, who knows? But to me, to the eye, it looks like a non-melanated man. And this chick, listen, because at first she didn't tell the whole story. At first, part one, she basically said that he stole from her. She met him off Hinge and all this, red flags. But you mean to tell me not only did this dude disrespect you, he called you names, and you still allowed him in your house. You told him, because you had to have told him that you had $10,000 in your possession, and he took that from you. And instead of you going to the police, you go to TikTok. Do you see how this generation is? Unbelievable.
He will get mad if I don't text him back fast enough or don't text him back at all. Like, he's one of those guys. And so I'm actually really glad I posted that video, because I was in a moment of weakness, and I was just so anxious. My chest was hurting all night. I was crying all night. I was just like, I can't believe this has happened. And I understand, like, how can you trust somebody in 12 days? Well, when you like somebody a lot, you know, it just happens. I know.
Yeah, no, it happens to women who are a sucker for the thug, right? Because if you listen to her, she don't really sound like, she would be Keisha. You look at her, oh, that's Keisha, but she doesn't talk like a Keisha. I wouldn't be surprised this woman grew up with two parents. But these chicks love the thug look. 12 days. Women fall for dudes like this all the time. There's a lot of women who are getting finessed by these dudes, man. So it's hard to really blame these guys when these women who have the option to not deal with these men, they deal with them anyway, with all the red flags, because you wanted to be with them that bad.
But anyways, I did contact the police. I made a report. I will be looking into getting a lawyer, I think, and then also getting footage of my cameras in my apartment. Unfortunately, I may not be able to see that money ever again, because I know that these things can be kind of hard to, like, they're gonna be hard, and that's why I'm trying to be in a better mood. Okay, at least I warned a bunch of girls in the Dallas area about him, so at least they'll look out for him, and it won't happen to any other girls. So it happened to me, but hopefully it won't happen to anybody else.
Yeah, I think that a lot of these women need to be careful, but this is what happens when you fall for the wrong guys. Y'all can claim that men hate women who call out their behavior, but this is why we do it. Because y'all are out here taking a lot of L's. You're out here making yourselves look bad, and you're getting finessed by the real Dusty. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.